Alright, so today I've got 3 mods. Let's go over the first one right away. So this is a passive mob grinder. First item you'll need is this jar crafter. Here's the recipe right here. 3 iron, 2 mob catchers, a crafting table, a chest, and then 2 pieces of any type of wood. Now, for the jar, you will need this recipe, which I have one right here. We will go over that in a minute. So let's just place this down. So if you click the arrow here, you'll find all these recipes. These are for creating jars of different animals. You have to use the mob catcher to get the right amount of a certain mob, and in some cases you need these experience items, which I'll also go over in a minute. You also need some glass in a barrel, but that's not too interesting. So next I'm going to go over how you catch a mob. So I've got 3 jars here and 3 different mobs. Now it's very simple. Place one down, and then just, I believe, okay, well normally you'd hit them with the jar. Hold on. Yeah, so you just can't catch a baby zombie. Anyways, let's do Enderman now. And bam. So we've got the 3 jars here. There's nothing you can really do with these outside of crafting this. Anyway, I'm gonna hop back into survival here. Let's see. Next, we need the jar machine. This is how you actually obtain the items. So I have a zombie jar here, and it should start dispensing items, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So there are these 4 upgrade items. Let me just check their recipes. Here's the world upgrader. This is the worst one. Need clock, 2 grass, 4 iron ingots, and 2 small EXPs. And then the nether, crafted like this. You can see all the items. Ender. And then creative, you can't craft. But anyway, so I'm not sure if you need an upgrader for this to work or not, but if I were to put, say, this in, well actually I'll just do the creative one. Yep, it started putting stuff in pretty quick. You can see it's pretty good like that, but if we do the ender, which is the best one you can get, well, let's just see how much that produces while we go over the other stuff. So one thing to note, you can see that there's a few here that do not cost experience. That is how you'll get your first few experience things for better stuff. And also, if you shift and right click, well, I'm not actually sure what that does, honestly. Yeah, just ignore that. Anyway, so there are 4 different types. Tiny, small, medium, and big. I'll just put those back since we don't really need them. So let's get a better mob. Also, you can see what everything gives right here, by the way. If you hit the arrow, yeah. Let's do Evoker. Here, let me see if I can pick this up in my hand. Alright, so you actually can break it with your hand and it'll pick up. So let's just take all this out. Yeah, so you can see it's getting stuff out quick. I'm going to keep these totems of them dying on me because they might be useful later. I'm just going to let that guy do his thing. So, next we have the wither machine. We're going to need all this too. So before I show that off, let's go over the crafting recipe. Here it is. Pretty simple. This is a blaze mob catcher, so you'd have to catch a blaze, and then there's netherite. Anyway, so got this here. This one works a tad different. I'm just going to take this creative upgrader real quick because it'll be a lot quicker. So this you need to put specific items in to get the loot. And I think I might have done it wrong. Oh, right. I have to place the jar of wither on top. Anyway, let's just shove that in, and you see it gets another star. So, realistically speaking, if you were to take, say, the wither skeleton one, pop that on there, and then pop that in there, you would be able... Hold on, I got the wrong one. So if you were to have a wither skeleton one... If you were to have a wither skeleton one, you'd be able to get skulls. And then with this, you would be able to get the hard part of getting more nether stars. Oh boy. Yeah, let me just get some. If you're wondering what this item is, this is from a different review which I'll have linked in the description. I'm mostly just using this because I'm probably going to die a lot in this video. Anyway, you can see with the creative upgrader here, that produces a lot. I'm just going to shove the evoker back on here because I'd like to get some totems. So yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, next one, we have the Ender Dragon. So let's just show the recipe here. This is an Enderman mob catcher. And then if you take the Ender Dragon here, place them on. Here you go. And then 4 End Crystals. Let's get one more creative upgrader. And then pop that in there. You get a dragon egg and 8 dragon breath. So if I were to get crystals, just put those in there, it's gonna make quite a bit. Anyway, so I think that's about it for that mod. It's definitely useful. So let's move on to the next. This has a lot of decoration items. Now I'm pretty sure there's crafting recipes for all these, but I'm just gonna show some of these. So like here are some tomb thingies, barriers like you'd see on a road. Got some different types of glass panes here. Let's do some of the other cool ones. Got that. I actually want to see if this casts light real quick, so let's go to a lower level. I really need to get water here instead, because it would save the fall damage issue. And it does. It's actually not bad too. So I'm just gonna go inside here. So this is a bit of a mess now. I'm gonna need to clean this up in a minute. But this adds tons of different items. You can see most of them here. They're all pretty cool. And you can actually craft them. I'm gonna put this here because it looks cool. One more thing, if you break this glass, you can pick it back up. Anyway, so there's that mod. Now we've got one more. So first off, there's a lot of blocks here, which I'll go over first. Let's just get all this out. So we got the Shulk wood, let me just correct myself here. I gotta pick it back up to read this. We got the Shulk wad plank. Pretty simple, but I like the look of it, honestly. There's this thing, which I forgot the name of. Brick, Shulk wood, which looks pretty awesome. Shulk stone, leaves, yada yada. There's also this door. And lastly, we have the soul water bucket. Pure black water. And it gives okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that look. Anyway, let's put this back. Wrong chest. Oh yeah, one more thing. There's also this meat, which you can get from a certain mod, and the soul shards, which you use for crafting this. Now I'm going to pull out my ender chest. So we've got some cool items in here. Now I'm going to just get this out because I would like to show all these off. So first is a crafting recipe. These are deep slate teeth. You get them through special means in a special dimension in this mod, which I will show off later. And then there's the warden staff. I want to see if there's a recipe for this. Okay, no, I think it's just a drop. And then there are these 2 pieces of armor, which gives some nice buffs. And I'm just going to show this item if I were to right click. All of my magma cube friends are dead. They'll be revived next video, don't worry. So, yeah. Anyways, now that may be all the items of this mod, but that is far from all it has to offer. I'm going to go in spectator mode for this because it is going to hurt if I don't. For this last bit, we're going to have to head somewhere special. And you can see there is this ominous portal looking thing. So what I'm gonna do, I just need to tear this stuff away real quick. Using this heart, which is crafted like this, you can light this portal. Now I'm just gonna hop in survival real quick. I'm actually gonna get some wood or some blocks. Alright. Here we go. You ready? Here we are. Now this dimension looks cool. Can't tell me otherwise. So, as you can see, there's some upside down trees here. This is where that wood comes from. As well, there are several mobs. I will show off all the mobs in a little bit here, but let's just explore for a bit. Like, let's try to get one of these trees. Actually, I just noticed the structure up here. So there are these bosses, which you can turn on using this. Ah, dang it. So here's the portal. I'm going to go back into survival. I'm actually going to set my spawn here. Alright, so we're back here. I definitely didn't try to blow up a bed off screen. And we're going to go fight some mobs. I'm going to get this hammer out, and I need a totem. Let's actually get back up there, because let's get as many of these as we can. This dimension is by no means safe, and I think that's pretty obvious. Oh crap, case in point. Alright, so I believe that this guy here gives the kinds of drops you can get. So let's just try to take him out. This guy is very hard to defeat. I am far from skilled enough to do so. Now, let's actually try to survive this time. You can see this dimension is grueling, and it probably isn't just because I'm bad. Although, who really knows? If I recall correctly, actually, this guy with the max strength that you can have using commands can survive a hit barely. So I'm gonna just go in creative. I want to show what he drops. Much as I'm liking the fighting, we gotta get this guy killed. Yeah, so you can see he took 2 hits, and I have the max strength you can possibly have. Or not even that you can possibly have, but you can possibly have with commands. So he dropped the Warden chestplate. I'm gonna explore a little more once I've found a few more of these guys. Where is one of these things? Aha! There we go. Spawn him in. You can see that's his HP after 1 hit. And then bam. Chestplate again. Now here's another structure. It's a village sort of thing. So you can see, here's some of the items that you can get in the chest. It's really nothing very good, honestly. Let me test some. Do these guys fight? They're pretty relaxed. Even after you've attacked them. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get over here. Yeah, so he always drops the chest plate. I'm pretty sure there's other bosses which drop different items, but this is the only one I can find right now. There may or may not be info on the mod page, I'm not too sure. So last thing I'm gonna do, I would like to show off the mobs. Let's see. So we've got quite a few mobs here. The ones in my hand aren't even all of them. Got this guy, who's just ominously flying up. Here, let me just affect myself. Clear. There's the villager dude. And then we got the Shulk leader. So that spawns a few. And they're attacking these weird dog things. Shulk archer. There we go. That's the villager, actually. This one's a Shulk lane. So let's check. Can you trade? No. Shulk wraith. Arch warden, which is the boss from before. Now let's see how much it would normally take to get this guy out with the best sword you can get in this mod. You can see this is taking a bit. I'm gonna speed this up by 2 or 3 times. Holy crap. Same chestplate. Now, Wardening Soul. That drops a few of those shards. Vengeful Soul. Drops nothing. Let's actually check drops real quick on these guys. So, if I take this guy out, Actually, one shot. Drops nothing. So yeah, there's all those guys. Let's get these out. So we got Shulk Leech. That's where you get the teeth from. And then this. Okay, we already showed this guy before. Shulk Hound. I want to know who drops the boots. Alright, and then we got this, which I forgot to check the name of. The Wardling, which I might have already done, I'm not sure. So, I'm not sure how you obtain these boots. Maybe it's a drop and I'm just unlucky. So, if you're wondering where you can find the leech things, you can find them in the water here, which is that same black water. So I'm just going to fly around this dimension for a bit so you can get an idea of how it looks, and then I think I'm going to conclude this review. Alright, well, I would say that's about everything for this review. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.